Cults are rarely talked about nowadays. They're still around, but they're not really in the news cycle anymore. The most famous cult right now is probably Scientology, but even that one isn't necessarily in the news. This episode got made when cults were still a popular topic, so it's understandable why the episode got made. This plot was inevitable to happen with Shawn. No disrespect to him, but Shawn was the one to most likely join a cult. Some people might say Eric would have joined a cult due to how dumb he is, but Eric has something that Shawn doesn't. Eric has a happy home while Shawn has a dysfunctional one. Eric is dumb, but he's not weak. Shawn, on the other hand, seemed strong on the outside, but he was actually pretty weak and easy to prey on by a manipulating adult. Cult leaders look for people that are exactly like Shawn. Someone who has a dysfunctional home life and are just yearning for a place they can fit in. Shawn had all the characteristics for someone that can be easily brainwashed. The leader of the cult is named Mr. Mark, and he looks very creepy. One look at him and you just get bad vibes. Later on in the episode, Mr. Turner gets into a motorcycle accident and everyone goes to the hospital to see him. This is when Corey's parents finally meet the cult leader. Mr. Mac tries playing his little games with Feeney and Corey's parents, but Alan gets fed up with him. Alan gives Mr. Mac a stern warning to stay out of Shawn's life. It's crazy how Mr. Mac replies by saying even if Shawn decides to leave the cult, that there's still so many other kids he can get. I'm glad that this episode doesn't hold back on criticizing cults. Throughout the entire episode, Corey and Eric are making fun of cults, while the rest of the episode is showing why cults are bad and how cult leaders are plain evil. This was necessary because if not, then the episode would come off like they're glorifying cults. Boy Meets World isn't glorifying anything. On the contrary, they're actually showing you how bad a cult can be and how all they do is lie and pray. Everybody knew that Alan loves Shawn, but it was great to see him stand up for Shawn in this episode. I love Mr. Turner too, but it was better having Alan stand up to the cult leader. The controversial part of this episode is not just the cult plot, but also how there's religion all throughout the episode. It starts off with everyone telling Shawn he can believe in God rather than believing in the cult. Then at the very end, Shawn talks to God and asks God to make sure Mr. Turner makes it out okay from his accident. Even when Shawn leaves the room, he tells Corey and everyone else that he knows Mr. Turner will be okay because it's in God's hands now. Obviously, this isn't as bad as a cult or a cult leader, but it's controversial because not many parents will like a kid's TV show pushing religion on their child. You don't have to be against God or any religion, but you also won't want your kid to learn about God from their favorite show. If you want your kids to learn about religion, then you'd rather it come from you. This episode was made in the 90s, and back then it was common for shows to have Christianity in it. But nowadays an episode wouldn't have this much of a push for Christianity or any other religion. Overall, this is a great episode. It's a good warning for cults and cult leaders. But it's also pretty entertaining. Seeing Eric call the cult members brainwashed, watching Alan protect Shawn, and even watching everyone come together to be there for Shawn. I always loved watching everyone showing support for Shawn. Comment down below what you think of this episode. Did you like it, or did you not like the whole pushing religion part of the plot?